We all want to work in the best place possible, right? Everyone wants to look forward to going to work every day, to a job where people want to be there and are supportive of one another. What if I told you that you can contribute to building that kind of workplace?
We each have the option, with every action we take, to build a workplace culture that is respectful, civil, and inclusive. Now, this doesn't mean we all have to be friends or that we're one big happy family, but we must at least be willing to learn to get along and be pleasant and courteous.
Getting along doesn't mean that conflict or differences should be swept under the rug. In fact, when we try to gloss over our differences or bury our conflict, our organizations lose the creativity and energy generated by different opinions. Employee differences are healthy if everyone gets a chance to be heard and disagreements are dealt with respectfully. Constructive conflict is okay. Rudeness is not.
Right. And think about some of the best restaurants around these days. Often they include really creative food combinations like Indian Thai fusion or Mexican Caribbean fare. Just like this concept of different traditional flavors coming together to create something new and exciting, the different people we work with can combine to create a dynamic fusion of ideas.
Appreciating the differences in our workplace begins when we make a commitment to treat others with respect. This means avoiding behaviors that could hurt or demean others and paying attention, noticing when our behavior does demean someone else, and being willing to change, even if the offense was unintentional.
In this program, we will show you 4 things you can do to help ensure that your workplace is respectful and inclusive.
Avoid clearly discriminatory or intolerant behavior.
Respect the unique perspective and knowledge each person has to offer.
Act in ways that build people up, not tear them down.
Let go of the belief that your way is always right.
Step 1. Be aware of what disrespectful behavior is, especially actions that are discriminatory or intolerant, and avoid it.
He was huge.
Who was huge?
Well, I had this party last night.
Yeah, and Kim rented some movies.
One of them was Nutty Professor with Eddie Murphy, and he had this fat suit. I mean, he must have weighed like, what, 500 pounds?
No way.
No, really, he looked like James.
Can you imagine letting yourself get that big?
I don't think so. You'd always have to buy 2 plane tickets, and your clothes would always look, sort of like sacks with armholes.
I'm sorry, but I just think fat people are, ugh.
People find all kinds of reasons to discriminate. Weight, gender, race, language, sexual orientation, religion, disability. The list goes on and on. When discrimination does occur, it undermines the very foundation of our respectful workplace. And besides being rude and narrow-minded, your actions may even be considered harassment. And that's illegal.
Excuse me, sorry to interrupt.
Yes?
Do you have those results yet?
Well, I'm a little busy right now.
Yes, I understand, but I really need those. I'm going to finish my analysis by the end of the week.
I'll let you know when they're done.
All right. Thanks.
I thought you said you got those results back 2 days ago.
I did, but he doesn't know that.
Obviously. But why didn't you tell him?
I will. Thursday.
Thursday? That's not much time.
That's the point. He won't be able to finish his analysis, it won't be complete, and Samuels will have to take him off the team.
That doesn't make sense. Hakeem does a great job.
He does. But having him on our team right now isn't such a smart thing.
Okay.
His name's Hakeem.
Yeah.
He's from the Middle East, right?
Well, actually, I think he's from Columbus, Ohio.
Look, I don't have anything against him personally, but the last thing I want right now is to be saddled with someone who spends their breaks on the floor praying.
Not only did that employee hurt her coworker with her rude and dishonest behavior, but by sabotaging his research, she potentially caused great harm to her organization. It's a no-win scenario, and all because she couldn't put aside the fact that her coworker has different beliefs. It's not a cookie-cutter world. People look and act differently. But when we approach things from a mindset of inclusion, we see that those differences actually make us stronger. Which brings us to our second step.